Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So things are underway. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Maicon.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
And he goes cross-field. Maicon. Maicon. Baresi. It's Roberto Carlos. Nicely shaped ball. Out of play for a goal kick. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Azar. Rijkaard. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Azar. Gullit. Vieira. Kukçu.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Has to go back and Gullit! Kukçu. Mechelen are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. And he's heaved it away. Roberto Carlos. It's a good spell of possession, this. Vieira gets a foot in here. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Looking for a runner. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Pelé. Pelé going face-to-face with his great rival. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Robson knocks it out wide. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Kukçu. And it's Azar. This is a promising build-up. Pelé. Good purposeful running this. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's intervened well there. Zanetti. Hazard. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. There's a sharp little ball here. Delivered. Decent chance! That is decidedly lacking. Rijkaard. Pele. Roberto Carlos, a player who needs no introduction. And it's Azar. Looking for the run. And it's Zanetti. Ball played for Kukçu. Threads one in. Chance for a shot! Superb goal!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
A first breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talk.
And it's half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. The United States coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
The United States with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. So, into the second half. The United States leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Vieira. This is promising. Cannavaro. Robson. Baresi, always a very imposing presence at the back. Hullet. Over to the right flank. Rijkaard. And it's Pato. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Ball played for Kukçu. Bastoni. And it's Zanetti. Mechelen appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Shapes to shoot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Mechelen have the chance to go the other way. Spread to the right. 60 minutes played. And he's picked it up out wide, crossed into the box. Cleared without hesitation.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Hazard. And he's quick to get rid. Hullet. Pressing high and with purpose. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rijkaard. Time and again they are repelled. Roberto Carlos. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? That has ended up in no man's land. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Zanetti picks it up out wide. And it's Azar. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Kachu! It's loose now and they want to get it back. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Maicon. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Drive, it's Ibrahimovic! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Substitution for United States. Number 22, Hazard. Number 19, Kukcu. Number 8, Alessandro Bastoni. Coming on the field.
Well, there's
number
plenty to
23,
like about this approach. Get your head down,
Number
keep battling
13,
away, and eventually things might
Charlie.
change for you.
Number 3, Akanji. Substitutions taking place.
The United States still ahead by the game's only goal. Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. And it's Scholes. And it's Tonali. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Pelé. The final 5 minutes. Rijkaard. Very much into the last knockings. Oh, that's a key interception.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Maicon is always looking to play quality balls. And it's Rui Costa. Looking for options for movement. Chance to deliver. And that has been cleared.
2 added minutes have
Defending
been indicated.
of the desperate variety. Scholes. The United States clearly now in lead preservation mode. And that will be the final act. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Pato picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Areas within these grounds.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
The United States honestly could have done themselves a real favour by trying to make more of what they had in the minutes after the goal.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Looking to play him in, and it's been played through. He is through here. Now it's Pelé. Well timed, excellent interception. And this is Pelé. Out towards the flank. Roberto Carlos. Showing good feet. Roberto Carlos stood his ground strongly. Iniesta. Chance here to counter. Now it's Pelé. Messi, and he's got the beat, and Messi! It's a loose ball. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, super find. Roberto Carlos. The United States still without a single shot on target. Caceres gets across to intercept that. Bale. It's Bale! Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Caceres. Rijkaard. And this is Pato. Can he get on the end of this? Caught offside that time. Taken back almost at once. Scholes. Now it's Pelé. Messi.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Pato. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Rijkaard. Backward it goes.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Roberto Carlos does really well to win the ball there. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Pelé. That's destined for the flank. He's got away. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And he was quick to react. Scholes. Conte. Now it's Pato. And this is Pato. David, little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Pelé. Roberto Carlos. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Bale. Looking for options for movement. Caceres. And it's Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has been cut short. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Roberto Carlos. Oh, nice touch. And it's Rijkaard. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Iniesta.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rijkaard. Pato. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Pele. Pirlo. Now Davids. And that brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. The second half is up and running.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Pato, can he get it through? That is a great pick out. Space for him to turn and look. Now it's Rooney. Flashes it across. He's not got that quite right. Scholes. And he's only too happy to take that back. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, played right into his path. Now can he find a finish? Can he finish? Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the first moment of real significance.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
No, that's been intercepted. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Pele! And the pass is intercepted. And he's forced to go back. Played back to the goalkeeper, David De Gea, the type of keeper who instills great confidence in his back line. Now it's Pato. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Well read, and the danger is averted. That's put paid to the danger. And it's Rooney. Pirlo. Plays a sharp little ball here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Can he get onto this? Rijkaard does well to get it back.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
And we have our very first corner.
Pirlo, el dorsal 9. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 25.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Oshie, se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
The United States are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Aimed beyond the... Rooney! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Rooney has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. The United States are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Rosicki.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Shot a goal! And a truly agonising miss.
Messi was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop!
That's a shade optimistic. Zanetti, a man never lacking in drive or determination. The United States still ahead by the game's only goal. Tries to pass it through. Just 5 minutes left. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Great ball, and he's in, and the shot! It's in! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
And Messi! It's a goal! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
The United States can make their change now with a break in play. But, oh, he's been caught on it here! Tries to get it clear. What a throw in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Batistuta. Kukçu running with the ball. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Kaut. And it's Roberto Carlos. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And it's Kukçu. Bastoni. And that will be the final act. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everyone,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
Old
ingredients for a
Trafford.
showcase game
Manchester
that the passionate
United
crowd demands.
Against Manchester United.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. We are just getting started. And Bomo. Oh, nicely intercepted. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, stats-wise, Peter, Maguire is one of the very best English defenders in recent years. A real presence in both boxes, we know. And he generally likes to keep things quite simple. Not the type to be tested unless he gets a little overconfident or a little complacent on the ball.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Casemiro to Bruno Fernandes. Šeško. Menu. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. That has been slung wide. Hoisted in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Ahmad. And it's Dalot. Menu. Menu producing a good steal there, showing a good level of... Tries from a long way out. Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Bruno Fernandes. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. He's on it, can he get away? In with the challenge. Casemiro. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And it's Menu. Bruno Fernandes. Now Diallo. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Looking for the run. Šeško! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Menu. Bomo. Now Diallo. Diogo Dalot. And it's Casemiro. Ahmad. And Casemiro.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. Menu has created one goal already. Casemiro. Menu. And it's Casemiro. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Manchester United looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Now this could be a chance. Shot could be on. Bruno Fernandes. Great ball and he's in here. Shoots! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Diogo Dalot. Can he get it through? Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Shaw wins the duel this time. Casemiro. Martinez. Now Diallo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Casemiro. And that is the end of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
That's the first 45, and we're well
Manchester
on top.
United firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline.
Substitution in progress.
So off we go again. Shaw. And it's Mainu. Martinez. For Shaw. Martinez. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Matheus Cunha. And it's Mainu. Played to Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Dalot. That's a good foray he's making. Mainu. Matheus Cunha. That's good play. Bruno Fernandes. Lovely, now then. Manchester United, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. He's had a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
The attendance for this match was 70,000.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Martinez. Here's Matheus Cunha. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And he welcomes it in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. He shifted it to the flank. And it's Shaw. And Burmo receives it in a good position here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Casemiro. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Šeško. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Martinez has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Great chance here from position. And the shot! And that's a good finish. They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Manchester United are having a ball here. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And it's Shaw. Menu is onto this. Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's found a way past. And Burmo proves just a little bit too strong. And he's being shifted off it. Great ball if he can get there. Diogo Dalot kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Menu opts for safety. Bruno Fernandes. And he's cut it out. Menu. Šeško. He's looking wide. Diogo Dalot cuts out the pass.
There they go, hunting again.
Bruno Fernandes. He's in a great position here. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Matheus Cunha, and a chance! Šeško. Here's Shaw. It's run loose here. Well, they've got it again, played out wide. Another pass just... He's having a shot! Oh, it's a beauty! A finish right from the top draw! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
There will be 3 minutes
Šeško.
time.
Lisandro Martinez gets over and intercepts. Nicely weighted ball. He has found a way through. Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
So that's it. It is all over. Manchester United really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing.
So there
Šeško
it is,
voted
everyone.
man of the
Now, big up
match,
for our
and
players.
deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then.
Portugal have traditionally produced wide men of great flair, and Luis Figo is one of their finest.
Without question.
Yeah, he doesn't have explosive pace to call upon, so He's become a master of dropping the shoulder and making those slalom-like movements to progress.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Yaya Toure. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
No, that's been intercepted. Caceres tries to pass it through.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Tries a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Could be danger here. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Desai. And it's Hullet. Baresi is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Good take, and is he in? And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's found a way past. Vigo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. The United States have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Robson.
Manchester United really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that means they applies the finish! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Yaya Toure. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now this could be a chance.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Played over towards the opposite flank. It'll be a throw-in. Half an hour played now. Caceres. O'Shea. Hakimi is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And here's Messi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Knocks it out wide. Oh, he's played it in. Oh, shooting chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
The United States certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Bale. And he was quick to react. And they've got rid. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Now it's Figo. And it's O'Shea. Now it's Pele, picked out brilliantly, and he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
The United States with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Messi plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. It's not an especially good pass, that. Messi going forward.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Cannavaro. Desai looking to play him in. And the referee has signalled for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
The United States really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
Down to business again.
The United States are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Baresi.
The United States couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Bullet is herring after that one. Pele. Vieira tries to thread one through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Here's Caceres. He's got away, and that's played in low. Toure has got himself a free kick, and he's going to have his name taken. Hops for safety. Yaya Toure. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pressing high and with purpose. Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. He's going for goal! Oh, off the bar! Cleared without hesitation. And it's Yaya Toure. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pedro Neto. Oh no, that was never going to make it. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And here's Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that's well done, really robust. It's Pele! Just not quite happening for him just now.
The United States really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
nicely aimed pass. O'Shea kept his eye on it, and he's there. Probing pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Robson, that's destined for the flank. Nicely shaped ball. Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. That's a throw. O'Shea. Desai does really well to win the ball there. Oh, that's well spotted. Played out to the left flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get on the end of this? And he's certainly onside here. And he's only too happy to take that back. Yaya Toure. And it's O'Shea. That's going wide left. He's shifting through the gap. Header! No, couldn't quite control it.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
And that's going right the way across. Threads one in. It's a promising position. It's a throw-in. He has found the way through.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And he's picked it up out wide. Cross flung in towards the middle. And they've managed to get rid. Searching pass he's played there. That is good alertness.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Pele. Pele powering forward here. Pele. Pele! That was superb goalkeeping.
Pele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Bale! And he's taking no chances there. Manchester United are looking to go forward now.
2 added minutes has been
He's on it,
indicated.
can he get away? Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And it's Figo. Now that looks a decent ball. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Pull it. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that is the last of the action. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
With the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. Okay, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, deliveries and his willingness to get back and cover. All qualities I really like. And then there's a whole array of flair.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Pull it. And here's the chance to counter. Pelé. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Cannavaro. And it's Cruyff. That's good play. Kong and Hanoi, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. Zanetti. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Driving forward. Now, what about a counter-attack? Quarter of an hour played. Cruyff. And it's Yaya Toure. And they're quick to get it back.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Zanetti. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Roberto Carlos. And he cuts out the supply. Looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Yaya Toure. And this is Bale.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Bale. Oh, that's well spotted. Robson. Pele going forward.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Roberto Carlos, never out of the action for very long. Alexander-Arnold. Cannavaro. And Alexander-Arnold. It's a searching pass. Robson driving forwards. Messi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Tries to pass it through. It's Bale! Forward it goes. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. In with the challenge. And this is Bale. Cruyff. Vieira. Little pass back. And he's being shifted off it. Pele. And it's Roberto Carlos. Vieira really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And for the first half, that is that. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Today for everybody to please
The midway point in the game.
Kong and Hanoi certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
The second period is on the way.
Coming on to replace him is
Kong and Hanoi clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Alexander-Arnold. Kong and Hanoi do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it. This is the time you need that pace.
Foot in. Pele. And this is Bale. It's Bale! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Looking for a runner. Well timed, excellent interception. Zanetti. Mechelen appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Hakimi. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. And here's Cruyff. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now, he's got space here. Vieira is wide and looking to get onto this. Kong and Hanoi are looking to break at pace. Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. That's a good ball. Great challenge, timed to perfection.
Kong and Hanoi have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Pass somewhat off target. Bullet. Not the most accurate pass. Kong and Hanoi are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now, can they get him away? Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Yaya Toure. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti getting forward. And he's had it nicked away. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Zanetti. Scholes. Cannavaro. The referee's awarded a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Pele. Roberto Carlos. Delivered across.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. And this is Rui Costa. That has not gone well.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's got away. Messi! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Kong and Hanoi look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Time and again they are repelled. Hullet tries a shot! Goal! And right near the end, we have parity. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
There will be 3
It just goes to
minutes
show
added
you
time.
what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Alexander-Arnold does really well to win the ball there. Now Robson, spread neatly. Hullet. Referee has just said play on. And that'll be the end of that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Messi claiming the
And
Man
if
of the
you do
Match
have a
award,
chance today,
and
please
there is
take some
very
time out
little
to
room
give your
for
support
argument.
to our Better Stadium Fund.
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
That's where we have to end it.